Riding at Bains was like arriving at a blind date some mate of yours organised and finding Cameron Diaz waiting for you as your date. Trying to find the venue was a bit irritating, but that was all forgotten once we started rolling along the trail. In fact, even when you arrive at Welvanpas farm, you start to become enchanted. Our local connection for the ride was action sports photography guru Nick Music and his riding buddy Rick Lawrence, who is also creator of Enjoy Cycling Gear. The rest of the crew consisted of regulars Devlin and Nikki. Heading out on the White Trail, as there are 3 trails, you immediately realize you're in for a great ride. It starts out with some honest climbing to get the blood pumping, but it makes sure you get in a bit of single track early on the ride to keep you motivated. From there on, there is more single track than you can shake your mini pump at.
On a trail like this, where it's really steep downhill, it's very easy for the water to get in here and just wash away the trail. And what these guys have done, which is quite clever, is they've put down paving in the middle of the trail here. It's called armoring. It's to make the trail as hard as possible, stop the soil from getting washed away. This is a bit thin, you'd want it to be a bit wider, but it's still doing a great job. This is a very steep section of trail and it's really in good condition.
Bains mountain biking is definitely one of the most brilliant trail rides we've ever been on, and we mean real mountain biking. There are no medical facilities, no number to call if things go pear-shaped on the trail, and you may have to wares in the bushes, but what it lacks in facilities, it gives back tenfold in quality of trail and the overall riding experience. It's a trail that rides really well, but sometimes the signage can let it down. On 3 occasions we missed a turn because the sign was too late on the trail. In other words, you're riding at speed and see the sign too late to make the turn, but that's a small issue.
Jeez, Devlin, it's been phenomenal riding today. I think we've only done about 8 Ks and most of it's been phenomenal single track, really flowing, trails in good condition, especially just this little trail that we've done now. The diversity on it is phenomenal. I mean, there's forests, there's open vistas with with all the vineyards, there's hard pack, there's riding across bridges, so diversity is huge and the options are endless.
Of the 29 kilometers, there must be at least 80% single track, which means it feels more like 50 kilometers when you're done, with some proper grainy gear climbs, especially in the last 5 Ks, meaning you finish the ride feeling like you've had an honest outing. One of the best surprises on the trail was coming out on a little piece of heaven called Doelhof Wine Estate. On a sweltering hot day, this was like an oasis, and somehow we all ended up in the shaded patio of their restaurant, tasting their award-winning wines.
How's that, eh?
It's really good. It's good. 2010 Sauvignon Blanc, well worth the stop.
To the girls out there, I'd say just come in a small group. It's very safe. It's quite remote, so I would advise that you do have a cell phone, at least have a couple of tubes and water and a couple of bars, but it's awesome riding, and I think, yeah, people must get out there, and girls especially.
So I left Joburg at 4 o'clock this morning, arrived in Cape Town, perfect day, sitting outside Wellington at the moment, in a little piece of heaven, well manicured trails. This has to be the best piece of trail that I've ridden in South Africa ever. So I know I'm going to do a lot more trail riding, but this is definitely a highlight, and I think a big shout out to the farmers that have let us ride on their magnificent farms and put out these awesome trails for us. And I think if we saw more of this kind of thing happening, we'd have a lot more decent trails in South Africa.
Don't forget